Kelly Shaw, Rocky Mountain Sasquatch Organization. I want to show you guys an anomaly. It's something I've been looking into since I got back from this expedition into Devil Corral Canyon. A woman submitted a Bigfoot sighting report from this very spot, and so we come in to look around. We love to look at Bigfoot sighting locations. Because of the clouds that day, I decided to shoot a few time lapses on the hike in and a couple on the hike back. When we got home, I noticed something moving along the edge of the spring in the time lapse. The water was crystal clear when we got down to the spring, and didn't seem to be any movement in the water, such as current or anything. Just a still, glassy spring, very clear. And so I've been kind of trying to figure out what's been moving along the shore. I went and looked at photos. You guys are looking at some of the photos that I went back and looked at. I'm pretty sure it's a clump of plant material that moved from one end of the shoreline to the other, out into the spring, and then back. That's what the time lapses showed. There was no wind this day, so my question is, was something hiding inside the plant material and moving around, using it as camouflage to stay hidden? What I see is not definitive. I don't know. Perhaps the plant material's moving around on its own. I just don't know how it's moving around on its own. An unexplained phenomenon. Here are two of the time lapses in a row that we filmed on the way in. Then here's the best footage that we have when we filmed the spring, when we got to the spring. And then the final time lapse at the end of this little clip is a time lapse that we shot on the way out. I shot 4 time lapses of the spring. These 3 time lapses are the only ones that I saw the clump of plant material moving around. Up close to the spring right here, I'm trying to identify where this clump of plant material is, and is there something hiding in it? I mean, it's very doubtful, but I thought it was interesting enough to take a look at this and see if I could figure it out. And it's not definitive right now. I'm just going to call it clump of plant material. Don't know why it was moving around. I can't figure out a way of locomotion. I mean, the spring didn't have any type of current in it at all when we were down there checking it out, and you guys can look at that footage that I put in here. So it's an unknown. I mean, it isn't, I'm looking at that and is it Bigfoot hiding in the spring and he's got a clump of plant material up over his head? I can't tell. It's hard in these photos to actually identify where that clump of plant material is. So, I don't know. It's just interesting. I doubt it has anything to do with Bigfoot, but I've never captured anything quite like this on a time lapse before, so I thought I'd take a closer look. And I don't know, it was interesting for me to take a second look, so I was going to put it out there for you all to take a look at. Maybe you can see something that I don't. But right now, I'm going to call it a clump of plant material that likes to move back and forth in this spring. Really weird. Alright, well, take a look at the rest of our photos. We used, we actually had 4 cameras on us, but Jenny and I use our 2 favorite cameras out of the 2. The other ones are backup. So we had our Canon 50 and our Canon 60 that we were using today. And so here's all the photos, and I just showed you the time lapses that we took. I hope you enjoyed. Keep on watching. We're going to keep on squatching. At the end of these string of photos, I included the time lapse again, and I slowed the time lapse down to half speed to give a better look at the anomaly of plant material moving around. I'm sure it's nothing, but we're at a Bigfoot sighting location, so something like that gets our attention. We like to take a closer look.